In this video, I want to talk about jail and institutionalized and how and being in institutionalization and how to break that. And reaching out for help a little bit, I guess. I did time in jail, and, you know, as I was saying in the previous video, one of the biggest things for prisoners when they're released and how they can overcome going back to jail is being mentally prepared for when they're released. That's a big thing. If you're mentally prepared when you're released from jail, I think that you have a big chance of never going back. Now, I say that to say this. Not only do you have to be mentally prepared, but it's something about institutionalization. I'm institutionalized, and honestly, I don't know how to fucking break it. I think sometimes it hinders me. And you may say, well, give me an example of being institutionalized. I'll just say going out to eat, having lunch and dinner, going out to eat. How you're taught, how you have to eat in jail is a big thing. When you go to eat at the chow hall, and it fucks you up. That's just one thing. I mean, it's a whole bunch of things we could talk about here when it comes to that. But institutionalization is a major, major negative for me. And it's something I'm still dealing with. And if anybody's out there that has been to prison for it, if you got to at least, I don't know how much, I don't want them to know, I can't put no minimum amount of time that it takes to become institutionalized. So I can't say, if you've done a minimum of this, comment, because I don't know. But if you feel like you've been institutionalized because you've did jail time and you've been able to shake that, let me know some of your tips that you've used to deprogram yourself from that institution called prison or jail. Because it is impacting my relationships. It's impacting my, and when I say relationships, I mean friendships, co-workers, partners, everybody. A relationship is a relationship. Doesn't matter, you know, whether it's with the neighbor. You got a relationship with your neighbor. All of my relationships are impacted by being institutionalized. And it's tough. It's tough. Institutionalization is real. And jail is probably one of the worst ways to be institutionalized. So I'm still dealing with that. Still dealing with image issues. Still dealing with certain self-acceptance things that I go through. I don't really care much about what people think. I shouldn't say that. I do care. I don't really worry. I should say that. I care about what people think, but I don't worry. You know, I think there's a difference. You know, yeah, you can care about what someone thinks about you or says. I think it's another thing when you start to worry about that and you start to let that shit bother you and it festers and it causes stress. You know, so this institutionalization thing is something that I'm working on, and I feel like I've come a long way. You know, certain things we may do to disguise who we really are, just so we could still be accepted by outside individuals. Certain things I still do today to be accepted by people that I really don't even care. I shouldn't even be caring to be accepted by, because I don't even really know these fucking people. But for some reason, I internally want to be accepted by them. So I think. So, you know, it's a day-to-day fight, just dealing with internal battles, self-acceptance, self-love, building my, my awareness up of self, and reflecting, meditation, being empathetic to people around me, treating people how I want to be treated, thinking before I speak instead of reacting, respond. Instead of reacting, respond. Think about what I say before I speak, instead of just blurting out the first thing that comes to my mind. I don't think that has anything to do with being institutionalized. I'm just rambling at this point. But institutionalization is something that I really deal with, because I've did an extensive amount of time in jail for selling drugs. And if anybody has did time like that before, or has any type of experience with helping individuals who were institutionalized break that institutionalization, feel free to help. And I don't want to sit here and say a nigga's broken, or I'm, whatever. But, I'm just a work in progress, just building every day, trying to get better. Getting better every day. So I'm better than what I was yesterday. So when I interact or I meet you in person, if we ever meet, you get a real genuine experience. No gimmicks. And I just want to be real. And I want to be authentic. And I want to be loved for who I am, not for who I'm not. Or I want to be disliked for who I am, not for who I'm not. It is what it is. But this institutionalization thing is real. I don't beat myself up daily about it. It's just something that I realize, and I want to talk about it. It's YouTube. I know it's individuals out there who have done this shit and been through it. And maybe it's not a big thing. Maybe I'm just making a big deal out of nothing. But for the brothers and sisters that have been locked up before, is it me, or am I bugging out here? Is institutionalization not a real thing when it comes to jail? But I feel like it is. So it's something that I'm working on, and I'm going to continue to work on that. I thought about therapy. Thought about, not for this, but for other things. I haven't taken that step yet. But, even just talking to friends and family and people like that stuff helps. And even talking like this helps. Because maybe a stranger who may take to the video, or may like it, or may know someone that went through it, may send someone my way, and I may get some help. So, it is what it is. It's transparency. Nothing perfect over here. We fall, we get down. We fall, we get back up. Everybody have a good day. Peace.